Yo, what's good, chat? It's your boy Meta back, and today we finna check out some brand new builds for NBA 2K26. Starting off with the build I'm gonna be running with the whole entire game. We gonna be going with that 6'8", man. So let's check out this video by coletheman. Gave him a shout out earlier.
So I'm able to move around the court with ease. And with an 82 perimeter and an 85 steal rating, I'm locking up anybody like I'm a lockdown. This is by far the best day one all-around build that you could possibly make on NBA 2K26. It can literally do everything. All right, let's waste no time. Let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, all that I ask is that you just leave a like on the video and subscribe. All right, let's go ahead and get right into it. And for the position, guys, we are not going to be
straight off the rip, these 6'3s, ooh, bruh, I don't know. Like, I would go 6'3, but the reason I didn't in 2K25 was like mainly because of that strength reason. Like, that's probably like the main reason I moved away from the 6'3 issues. And plus, like, my play style is a little different, so like you would have to play with me like a lot to know how I'm able to use a 6'3, because with my play style, I'm just 3 hunting most of the time with like a center at the corner shooting. But like, yeah, cause like we try to like bait that inside, cause if they open that paint up, man, then it's Lob City.
Going point guard. Okay, we're going to be going with the shooting guard position because the tallest you can go at the PG position is 6'7". Okay, so we're gonna be going with the shooting guard position, and we're gonna go all the way up to 6'8". Now, for our weight, we're gonna be bringing that down a little bit. We're gonna bring it all the way down to 185 pounds, just to be the skinniest we could possibly be. And for the wingspan.
So chat, so straight off the rip, man, I'm going 6'8" and center. So I'm going center 6'9", 266 pounds with a 7'2" wingspan. I already had like this mapped out earlier, and the reason I'm going center is because I want to be able to stop all of these guys whenever they come to me on the 1v1 court, so I don't want that to be a problem. And then the weight, I went 266 on the weight, so that way I can still be able to get that 93 strength with that strong handles and all those extra badges. That way I'm not really getting pushed around in the paint. Even though there's no rebounding, I feel like that's going to be another advantage. So I might even have to take off the rebounding on my build, so it doesn't have to be as high. And then next, you got the wingspan at like 7'2". And the reason I chose 7'2" is that way.
This matters a lot in 2K26. Just like 2K25, the wingspan affects your shooting ratings, your rebound ratings, defensive ratings, all that stuff. So you got to keep that in mind. And just a quick heads up, the 2K25 builder and the 2K26 builder, attribute-wise, is almost identical. But you do get slightly more attributes in 2K26, just a little bit. Now, again, the main focus on this build was to make it all around. I wanted to dunk, I wanted to shoot, I wanted to play make, dribble, get rebounds, play defense, and overall just be fast around the court. Now, the main reason why I went with a 6'10" wingspan is to get a 93 mid-range rating, okay? The reason why we're doing that is to get Hall of Fame set shot specialist. And eventually, you guys will see later on the video, I use my max +1 to get it on legend, but that's the main reason. We want a 93 mid-range rating. And I'm also going to be basing this build off of 3 cap breakers. I'm assuming there's going to be 1 cap breaker at level 40 in the season 1 pass. And I'm also going to be getting 2 more cap breakers in my finishing attributes because I'm going to be picking the finishing build specialization. And when I finish all 9 goals.
Okay, so chat, he's going with the finishing specialization, so whenever he's creating this build, keep in mind that like some of these stats may be just a little lower, and he's probably going to be favored in the shooting and like the defense and the physical. But like I told you, I'm going to be favoriting physicals by like maxing that out. I'm going to have like a 70 speed, 71 agility, 93 strength, and then vertical is gonna be like a 83, maybe an 80. It just depends on how box out beast works, because I do want Hall of Fame box out beast. Because the reason I want it box out beast is because if I bring it down to gold, then I can use one of my max plus 2s, and then I can have legend box out beast. And the way I set my build up, I'm gonna have a 92 block. So that 92 block gives me, along with that interior defense, I get that high flying denier, and then I get that legend post move lockdown, with both of those being high at 92 on day one, along with the perimeter defense being an 80, because I want to be able to stop everybody day one, bro. I want to be able to win games, and that's why I'm going with the 60 still. If anybody on this channel knows, you already know, man, I never go high still. I'm always at a 60 still, and I think that's where most people got the idea from. Because, like, let's be real, chat. Whenever you say 60 still, if you look at every single one of my videos, have I ever went over a 60 still step on my day one build when it was like an 85? I was just testing it, and I was like, yeah, it doesn't need to be this high. So that's always another thing to keep in mind. And then I really want to go with the shooting specialization the most, because like with that shooting, like I can go like low 3 ball, high midi, and then put on my jump shot. Hey, y'all gonna like the jump shot I'm using, trust me, because I heard like Jared Culver's been patched, Oscar Robinson's been patched, all these bad things about these jump shots that you guys use, but the jump shot that I'm using still has not been touched for like a couple of 2Ks now. So you guys stay tuned and keep in mind is that I'm gonna have the best jump shot on day one, as well as the best build.
In the build specialization, I'm going to get 2 extra cap breakers. So I'm going to have 3 total. Like I said, for the mid-range, I really want that 93 mid-range rating. So we get that Hall of Fame set shot specialist, which eventually we will get that to legend after we use our max plus 1. And again, assuming that we're going to be getting a cap breaker at level 40 in the season 1 pass, I'm going to be putting it on the mid-range rating. It's very expensive, so we're going to put it there. So just remember, we have Hall of Fame set shot specialist at the moment, okay? Now this is going to sound a little confusing, but remember, you know how 2K dropped the news a couple weeks ago about the builder, the max plus 1s. Just remember all of this. Now stay with me. It's going to be a little confusing, but let's break it down. Now keep in mind, there's going to be 2 max plus 1 badges from the season.
These max plus 2s. So you might have to go back in there and retweak your build, because these max plus 2s can make you a lot better than you thought you were. And you don't want to be that guy who can where you wanted to use them. So always keep that in mind. And then you got one for your build specialization. Like this one right here is just a sample, and it shows shooting badge. So you get 1 max plus 1 for a shooting badge. You can put like dead eye there, and then you can go like set shot specialist here for the max plus 2, making that like legend. If you have it on like silver or gold, that would be like extremely OP if y'all are locked in, chat. Listen up here, this is the reason why I go 6'8", 6'9". For those dribbling attributes, I don't really go that high in the ball handle, but with the speed with ball mixed with the speed, you guys really have to know the difference between those two.
Max plus 1 and a max plus 2. I know it sounds all confusing, but stay with me. So once we use our first cap breaker and actually get it to a 93, we're going to have Hall of Fame set shot specialist, and then we are going to use the max plus 1 tier 1 from the season pass to get this up to legend, okay? But first, we're going to put our cap breaker on it. So we're going to bring our mid-range down to a 92. Once we put our cap breaker at 93, we're going to get Hall of Fame set shot and then use the max plus 1 to get it to legend, okay? Now for the driving dunk, we're putting this all the way up to a 91, but we're going to get it on 93 because we're going to be using our 2 cap breakers from the build specialization on driving dunk. So put it up by 2, you're going to get it on 93. Now once you get it on 93, you unlock Zach LaVine dribble style. I'm letting you guys know right now, that is the best dribble style for builds that can get a 75 speed with ball or higher. It is extremely quick. I highly recommend putting that on day 1, okay? It's really good. Now this build Does get silver lightning launch. However, we are going to use our max +2 from the season pass, the tier 1 max +2 from the season pass, to get it up to Hall of Fame lightning launch. Now, do I think a 75 speed with ball with Hall of Fame lightning launch is going to be the same speed as with someone that has a 91 speed with ball?
It's a leak, chat. He just said Zach LaVine dribble style on day 1 is going to be the best dribble style for people with at least a 75 ball handle. So keep that in mind.
The tier 1 max +2 from the season pass to get it up to Hall of Fame lightning launch. Now, do I think a 75 speed with ball with Hall of Fame lightning launch is going to be the same speed?
Why don't nobody be gatekeeping? Like, they just be giving us all the sauce. Like, oh yeah, bro. Like, hey, if you want to beat me, come right ahead. I'm about to show you how. Like, well, I guess we dropping sauce day 1 now.
Specialization. That's crazy. We just found a little loophole to make sure we don't get plucked as much. We had some leftover attributes, and offensive rebound and defensive rebound is relatively cheap on this 6'8" shooting guard build. So why not? I went with a 72 offensive rebound, a 69 defensive rebound. We're gonna be able to snag over the little guard. So if I'm playing 2s, or if I'm in a, if I'm playing 3s and I'm in a situation where I'm boxing out against, if I'm matched up against another point guard.
It's one of those you can cheese with having low. Like driving dunk, I'm not going above a 75. 73, you get the posterizer. 74 and 5, you get a little extra contact dunks. Like hangs off one and stuff from clutches. Pretty cool. Standing dunks too low at 50. I need that at least an 81.
Badges. This build is literally an all-around demigod. All right, so now I want to show you guys the builder screen once you click continue, and this is the build right here, ladies and gentlemen. My archetype name is a ball hawking midi slasher. So I get shades of Jerry Stackhouse, John Starks, and Clyde Drexler. I feel like that's kind of glitchy, man. Of course, the build name is a ball hawking midi slasher. I don't really know how I feel about that. I feel like it's kind of mid, not gonna lie. We got some pretty good go-to badges: Hall of Fame Aerial Wizard, Gold Deadeye, and Gold Shifty Shooter as well. Shows the top attributes. Look at the strengths. It says sticks to middies with no hesitation. A poster waiting to happen. Turns defense into offense. Deadly in open floor situations. I think the coolest thing on this scouting report is look at the weakness. The weakness says no big weakness to report. So 2K basically just said this build is perfect. And these are all the signature styles that I was using in the myplayer builder tester. We're gonna break that down real quick. Again, guys, you guys are gonna see in a second. This Zach LaVine dribble.
Now, chat, he moving, right? Look how he moving. Out there moving, man.
But again, guys, I cannot stress this enough. The 75 speed with ball is 100% worth it because
out there moving between the legs. Moving.
That we gonna be rocking with, and I'm telling you, man, it's different. So go ahead and leave your boy a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys because we'll be going live on day 1.